Hello, everyone. I am happy to be here. Thanks for joining me. I just wanted to have a little time for us online teachers to get together and just to talk about what's on our minds. We've gone through a lot. There's been a lot of changes in the online teacher community. So I just want to get on here and just talk about what things you might be thinking about, share some ideas, connect with other teachers. And I want to try to do this on a regular basis so that people could come and just like get some questions answered and just talk about some things. So these are my online teacher talks that I'll be doing for the month of October, sorry. And I will keep doing them for as long as, I don't know, I feel like they're a wanted thing. So I will begin doing these regularly. So thanks for joining me today. Um, if you are here and if you want to identify yourself, go ahead and write something in the chat just so I know who's here and who's watching and joining with me today. And if you have something that you'd like to talk about today, then please go ahead and put in the chat so we can discuss some things that you have on your mind. I have some things that are on my mind, and so, but I do want for us to be doing this together. So please let me know what's on your mind too. So um, first, I just finished my classes. Well, for the morning, I just finished some morning classes, and I have been teaching without school. So I had a few classes without school so far, and then I have some more later on. And oh, look, there's greetings from Africa. I want to say your name correctly, Toya. I hope I'm saying it right. Thanks for coming, Toya and Lisette. Yep, great to see you. Thanks for joining me today. And so, how were your classes today? Where did you guys teach with, or are you teaching with the company right now? Um, like I said, I was teaching without school this morning. I taught some preschool classes, and I had a couple of reading classes, and I will be taking a break, and then I have pretty much the same classes in the afternoon with a couple extra. Um, but I do teach the younger ones, and they are a lot of energy, a lot of fun. And I do like circle time classes and reading classes with them. So yeah, if you were working with a company today, let me know where. Oh, Toya, I'm a non-native speaker from Zimbabwe. I'm trying to find a company to work with. Okay, Toya. So, have you started to apply to companies yet? Because yeah, if you're a non-native speaker, I know that Cambly will accept non-native speakers, and they are hiring, but you just have to be careful with the accent. I know that if you do have a strong accent, sometimes it's difficult to get hired if you have a strong accent. But if you don't have a strong accent, then Cambly would be a good place to begin. And there are some others off the top of my head. I can't really think about which ones hire non-native speakers right now, but I do have a list of companies that you can look into applying to. Um, so that's good. I'm glad you're interested in it. Teaching English is such a great opportunity for people to do, even, for natives and non-natives. And you can do it for companies, or you could do it, on your own. So, I've done several videos about teaching independently. And, even if you wanted to get on Fiverr and advertise your classes on Fiverr, I see a lot of people who are on there, and I was actually on there advertising my classes at one time, but I stopped because I had too many other places to teach too. So, but that's something you can look into too. So Cambly, or doing it for yourself independently on Fiverr. Um, and Lisette, oh, you just posted your first class on OutSchool. Woohoo! Yay! Well, I hope that you get some people to sign up soon. That's great, because I think that classes are really starting to pick up right now too. I think October is a good month for teachers for OutSchool, and just all over. I think online teaching just kind of picks up in October. September is kind of slow, but October is a good time. And you're teaching for Cambly, and you just had some reservations on there, so that's good. Yeah, Cambly. And Cambly is cool because you don't necessarily have to have reservations. You can get on there and you can teach their priority hours too. So priority hours are real convenient. Lisette, you probably already know about that, but for anyone else who's listening, you can, if you apply to teach with Cambly, you can have what they call as priority hours, and you can choose an hour that you want to teach, and then people will call you. They'll kind of send people your way. Usually it's people who are just trying out the platform for the first time, but they'll come your way. They'll send them your way, and you'll get people to talk to just kind of randomly. And sometimes they'll talk for 5 minutes. Sometimes it could be 30 minutes. You just never know. Cambly keeps you on your toes, so be aware of that if you are interested in teaching with Cambly, because you do have to kind of just know, like, you don't always know what to expect if you don't have a person to have an appointment with you. If you don't have a booking with somebody, then people could just call you randomly, and it could be an adult, could be a kid, and you just have to kind of go with it. So keeps you on your toes. So, but I like Cambly. It's very interesting talking with people on Cambly, because you learn so much about what's going on all over the world. So I really do enjoy that part of Cambly. So sometimes it doesn't even feel like you're working, because you're learning about culture, and you're just, sharing different things with people who come to your class. So yeah. So OutSchool, I've been doing a lot of teaching with OutSchool, and I've been posting classes, and my classes have been increasing. I'm really happy about that, because they were kind of slow just recently, and then I feel like with some of the improvements that I've done with my classes, I have seen some improvements. So I've gotten several bookings recently. I haven't really counted them up, but somewhere 10 or more in the last 2 weeks. So it's going really good. So Lisette says, I saw on Saturday they have 30-minute guarantee pay. So I signed up for some as well. Oh, okay. So I wonder, I've seen those before. Well, something like it, like a priority hour where you get more money for teaching that priority hour. So I have seen something like that, but I wonder what the guaranteed pay is. Is it like the full, $10 amount for the whole hour, or is it, a percentage of it? Well, that's good. That's good that they're starting to do that with Cambly. I like teaching with Cambly. So Lisette, I know you. So you're working with Cambly, and you're also working with OutSchool. Have you recently been hired with any other companies? Help us out, because that was something I had on my list to talk about, like companies that people are getting hired at recently. Who's being hired? Who's got some good news about that? Oh, hi, Wadner. He says, I want to teach pre-K and K on Kids Connected. They put me on a waiting list. Oh, OutSchool and KidPass is oversaturated. I'm glad you told me about that, Wadner, because I was actually thinking about trying to, add a company, and I was thinking about whether I should try Kids Connected or KidPass, just to kind of go through the process, and just to see, we need to have more eggs in our basket. I need to add something new. I do have Cambly as a backup, but I just want to try something else out. But it's good to know. I mean, I wish they weren't oversaturated. I'm kind of surprised by that, because it seemed like a lot of students would want to be on Kids Connected right now and KidPass. So that it wouldn't be oversaturated, but well, it's good to know that we have that information. Hello, Kelly. Thanks for joining us. Yes. And Hoot Reading. Okay, so Lisette, you're doing Hoot Reading. Oh, so have you gotten have you done any tutoring with Hoot Reading yet? Or is this something that is so new that you haven't had an experience with it yet? Because I have been hearing a lot about Hoot Reading and other tutoring companies like that. So I'm wondering how that experience actually is, for people, if they're getting a lot of bookings with those type of companies, or if they're just um, you know getting hired and not necessarily working. So although not very many bookings with Hoot Reading, hoping I get more bookings for October. Yes. Okay. So Lisette says she's waiting, still waiting. Yeah, because September is a little slow, and October seems to be picking up. So, so that's good. That's good. And so, Kelly, tell you if you want to join in. Kelly, you can tell us who you're teaching with mainly these days too. If you're teaching with, I know you teach with Outschool and you do some VIP Kid. So, are you still teaching with VIP Kid these days? Are they still, or are they pretty much done these days for you with your bookings? Lisette says, I have for a month of October, I tutored several kids and love it. Oh, okay. So you have a lot with Hoot reading for October and you love it. I mean, wait, a- I have for a month of August and I tutored several kids and love it. So for August, you tutored Hoot reading and you loved it. I think that's what you're saying. So that's good. That's good. That's good that you're loving Hoot reading in August. So that means that they probably had several bookings for it in for Hoot reading in August. I think that's what you're saying, what you're telling me. So that's wonderful to hear. Wonderful to hear. Um, yeah, because there were a lot of companies that were hiring before and they were getting a lot of people signing up. Like there was Nova Kid, there was Star Kid, a lot of people were going there. There was My Cool Class, a lot of people were going there and being hired. And then a few others. Clever Kid, yes, Clever Kid. I was actually thinking about them too. I know they were hiring several teachers and they were waiting to launch. So they launched 2 weeks ago, and marketing is happening now. We should have students soon. Okay, so that's good to hear. I was thinking about, yeah, Clever Kid. They had a good hourly pay, so I'm glad to hear that they launched, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future. And Kelly says, still teaching at VIP Kid when there are bookings. Yeah, they're probably slowing down. And one of my families on WeChat said they can't take classes after October 15. Oh, okay. So October 15. Does that mean just for the foreign teachers? Because seems like they're still supposed to be able to take classes with their non-foreign teachers, but how many non-foreign teachers do they actually have on VIP Kid? I don't know. So, October 15. That is the date to keep in mind for the future. What's going to happen after that? And oh, Patricia. Hello, Patricia. Yeah, are they still hiring? So is Clever Kid? I think she's asking about Clever Kid. Is Clever Kid still hiring? Hmm. I know that they were on a break for a while because they wanted to launch. So I think that we'll probably um, they'll probably start hiring soon after they get some footing and get more students, and then they'll probably open up again. Um, so Lisette says they didn't have bookings in September because they hired so many teachers. So they were working on scheduling teachers with students. So far, the entire month of September, we had no bookings. Oh, I think you're going back to Hoot reading. Okay, so the month of September, they had no bookings. Yeah, September is that lull, but yeah, a lot of teachers are being hired, so that's going to slow down bookings, a lot of bookings. Yeah. So Kelly says, I still have 2 classes on Outschool, but trying to open more. I picked up a private tutoring job or two. Oh, that's good, Kelly. Yeah, I just taught 2 private tutoring classes on Outschool this morning too. Yeah, I think that parents really like the private tutoring, and it's very profitable. It can be. So yeah, it's good to hear. Good to hear. And yes, thanks, Lisette. That is for Hoot reading. Okay, got it. Hoot reading. Um, okay, just for them. Okay, Kelly says just for them. October 15th was just for them. They will probably stop taking classes with a VIP Kid for that one family. And then I wonder if China is still really cracking down on private tutoring. I did a video on that just recently, and I saw an article about it. So I wonder how it's going to go with people who are tutoring privately to families in China. Hopefully, it's going to be good, but I know it seemed like they were really trying to crack down on that. So I don't know how successful parents will be at um, getting private classes from foreign teachers. Even if they're online, I know they were having trouble. Like they had people living in their home saying that they were just like doing house cleaning and then they were really tutoring. And then, you know, they got found out and there were consequences. So those type of situations I know they're cracking down on. And it sounded like they might have been cracking down on some private online tutoring too. So something to be aware of if you're going that route. I'm just staying away from China right now. I mean, I was thinking about opening up an ESL class on OutSchool. I know several people have. And just if you want to join my class and if you can from China, great, but I'm not targeting families in China right now. I'm not doing that. Patricia says, I'm teaching at iTutor Group, but bookings are steadily going down. Yeah, I wondered about iTutor. They haven't really put out any official statement, but I know that they do have students who are outside of China too. But yeah, I suspected their bookings were going to go down. And then they have Tutor ABC that was supposed to be like an affiliate company, and they were supposed to be based in Taiwan. So, hopefully they have better bookings over there, and they are not really doing a lot of tutoring to kids in China. So I don't know. I last I heard Tutor ABC was hiring, but I don't know. They might be, they might not be. It's so hard to tell. That's another reason why I wanted to come on and like see what other people are saying. Like, who's hiring now? Who is hiring? I mean, there are a lot of other companies. Clever Kids on a break. Nova Kid. Are they on a break right now? I know they were hiring a lot of people. There's Star Kid. There's Hallow, but that's for adults. But Hallow is another one where you can create your own classes, or they do have classes that you can teach also, but you can create your own classes for Hallow. So, and then there's a bunch of others too. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. Patricia says, not currently. I think they are on a hiring freeze. So Tutor ABC is probably on a hiring freeze. Yeah. Now, Cambly says they're always hiring, even though people don't hear back from them right away. I mean, they are always hiring, but I feel like they are trying to match their students with teachers, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is that I think they're trying to look for diversity, or just a variety of teachers. So if you're not hearing from them, I feel like it's because they have a lot of teachers who are like you, and they're trying to make sure they have plenty of different types of teachers for all their students so that people will get bookings. And that's really nice that they're trying to protect their teachers from not getting enough bookings. They want to make sure they have enough teachers and they're not oversaturated. But they say they're always hiring. And you can always just message them, send an email, and find out what happened with your application if you tried to apply and you didn't hear back. So Jodine, hello. She says, I'm sorry if I'm Jodine. I think it's a female, but I'm sorry if I'm calling you the wrong pronoun. I applied at Cambly Kids in September. I sent an email to find out about my application on Saturday, and today I received an email to say that I don't meet what their students are looking for right now. Yeah, so they're probably just making sure that they have a variety. So sorry about that. Yeah, I know. But maybe in the future you can apply with them. Or, there's other companies. Hello is very similar to them. So you could, look into Hello, although Hello, there is more of a curriculum. But there's also Italki. Italki is very similar to Cambly. And I know with Italki you don't have to have a degree. So similar requirements too. And then Alafia says, I'm with Q Kids and the bookings are still steady. Good. That's good to hear. I have not really been keeping up with Q Kids. Of recent, I do have a contract with them, and they reached out to me and asked me if I was going to teach with them anymore. And I didn't really know what to say. So I just kind of left it alone because I I feel like they're probably going to be ending soon too. And I've been doing so much without school these days. I just have been kind of leaving alone my class, my teacher, my companies that are in different that are teaching the kids in China. So I just haven't really taught with Q Kids for a while, but they're going steady. Good. Thank you, Alfia, for letting us know that. And Wanderer says, I'm getting my teaching license to become a SPED and history teacher to teach high school students. Okay. I'm doing the Teachers of Tomorrow online alternative certificate program. Oh, that's good. That's good, Wadner. That kind of reminds me of the USELAX program that you can get a bachelor's degree with. It's a different type of program, but it's still, if you are trying to work on your education right now, USELEX, you can get a bachelor's degree with them and you can teach online with it. And I know many teachers who have actually done that. So it's a shortened program, and they take your experience into consideration, and they will make your program fit that experience. So they might make it shorter, or they will make it shorter of a program, so you can complete your bachelor's degree in a shorter amount of time, and it's cheaper. So, but yeah, that's good. So now we know also about the Teachers of Tomorrow online alternative certificate program. I'm gonna have to look into that and see um, what that's all about. That sounds really, really interesting. And then Alafia says, they just renewed my contract for Q Kids. Okay. Well, they must have something in the works there, you know? I mean, they didn't say they were planning on shutting down, and maybe they are going to start teaching the kids in other countries, or maybe it's going to be cute kids and adults. I don't know. So, I don't know. That's interesting. So Kelly asks, what do you teach on OutSchool? I myself, I teach younger kids. I teach like preschool mainly, like circle time classes, and I have a circle time level 2 class, and I also have reading classes. So I'm like private reading classes. And then I do have a video class to teach kids how to make videos. It was really popular in the summer. I mean, every time I'd open it up, it would get filled. It was a one-on-one, because I've tried like group classes, teaching video editing with group classes, and I prefer the one-on-one because everyone has their different needs, and they know they're on different levels. So that private video editing class is really popular in the summertime. I still get some people to enroll now, but not as many. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. But like I said, I first started with OutSchool teaching ESL. Like I opened up an ESL class way back in 2019. It didn't really go anywhere, and then I decided to not really pursue it. And I didn't change anything. I didn't change the class type, time, anything. I think the time was the problem, but then I stopped. But now I am thinking about it again, maybe just to see, like, how it would go to add another class. Although I do have enough classes, I do have a lot of different classes right now, and although I've taught these classes last year, the curriculum is pretty much already made and done, so I don't have to do too much curriculum, making more curriculum right now. But if still having too many classes, it gets a little confusing, popping in and out to different classes, because you are always trying to improve your classes and kind of cater them for that particular group. So there's always some lesson adjusting that you have to do, even if you've already created your lessons. So for that reason, I'm hesitant to add a whole nother class, because that's more time to do lesson prep. So, and I want to focus on some other things like teachers pay teachers. I really do want to do teachers pay teachers. Um, I I actually do have a teachers pay teachers store, and I want to add to it. So that is one of my goals, and I don't want to be spread too thin, because then I can't pursue other things. So oh, Jodine says, I have applied to Amazing Talker and waiting to hear back. Just a little nervous on the part that you have to create your own lessons. Yeah, yeah, I have heard about them, and you do have to create those lessons, so it's something to keep in mind for Amazing Talker. But I do see some videos about it, and people seem to get some good business, decent business with Amazing Talker. But it's something to build up. And Kelly said you're thinking about ESL and Outschool too. Yeah, just to see what would happen. What would happen? Mm-hmm. But yeah, well, you know what, you guys, I really appreciate you guys all being here. I'm really loving the interaction with all of you guys. Thank you so much for showing up for my first online teacher talk. I plan on doing it again. I think I'm going to do them on Tuesdays, but I might that date or time might change. I don't know. If you have anything to say about it, any feedback on that, I love to hear it. It looked like this was a decent time too, because several of you all showed up. So great, great, great. And yes, I do have to be taken off now, but I will be seeing you guys again. And you guys have a wonderful day. And you can still keep commenting for a little bit, and then you can also comment in the comments after the video. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.